This is the 2015 Hurley Pro. In the lineup right now, Gabriel Medina, Bede, Durbridge, Fred, Patacchia. Ross, this thing started with a bang.
Well, Gabriel Medina recently rekindled the fire. He has just been on a monster roll the last couple of events. Second in Tahiti, so there was a lot of speculation of where his hunger was at the beginning of this year, but he's definitely found that spark, being more creative, and you can see on this wave just lighting it up there, Chris. Wow.
Jeez.
Buckets out the back on that last turn. This is going to be a big score. We heard Strider say just a minute ago, I think we're at the peak right now of conditions. It is perfect out there. No wind, low tide. These waves are just funneling across the rocks. You see Bede just picking off a closeout there. And here we go, the Hawaiian, Freddie P. Nice big set wave. What is it, about 4 waves in a set? And what Freddie's known for is buckets. Look at the spray going out the back. Great timing there from Freddie. Wow, and releasing the fins on that third maneuver there. So amazing waves here for the boys. Freddie lightening up on this one through the inside bowl. Chris, that's tricky right there. A lot of foam. But wow, again, there's that sign of Freddie throwing spray out the back.
What an exchange. The goofy footers just hammering. Medina starts strong, a 9-point ride. Freddie right behind him with an 8.9. So 2 of the biggest scores of the entire day, back to back. An incredible start. All right, I have a little paddle right here. It's going to be Gabriel Medina, surfer in red. Opens it up with a nice backside whip. Deep bottom turn, straight into a vertical snap. Another little tail-free backside hook. He gets back out into the open face. Medina hammering this wave again, throwing the tail, adding some flair to each and every turn. He's all the turns obviously on his backhand, but all a little bit different. The judges like that, to see you mix up your maneuvers. And we'll see what Bede Durbridge got. He is your regular footer in this heat, and that's that big opening hack that we've come to love from this big, powerful surfer from Australia. Blast the tail, powering through a tricky section. Durbridge again going vertical and finishing with a big tail jam. Wraps it back around. Here's where this thing could get interesting on the inside. Just goes vertical, and nice strong finish for Bede Durbridge.
Stay on their toes, and Bede has done that. Meanwhile, Gabriel Medina, buckets out the back. There's that variety you pinned out. Look at that, that's 3 different turns. The first 3 maneuvers, all different. Now, great pace there, smart little cut down, nice little snap, and just kind of waiting to release the fins for that last maneuver. So, each wave is a little puzzle. You have to put together the pieces in order, and Gabriel Medina really did a good job at that. And here's the big fella. Pretty cool nickname, the White Fijian. Just always a big old fat smile on his face. Wow. Bede throwing the fins. I love that opening carve too. This guy, so buttery smooth. And a lot of hidden power too. You think about power surfers, sometimes Bede can get overlooked, but he's just so smooth, he makes it look easy.
Here at Lower Trestles, this is the Hurley Pro. Gabriel Medina in the water now, dominating this heat, going up against Bede Durbridge and Fred Patacchia. Gabriel Medina sitting on 2 excellent scores with a 9 and an 8.37. But Bede Durbridge is back, his second scoring wave, an 8.87. Don't count out Freddie P. He's got an 8.90. So a big flurry of set waves to start this heat off.
Well, it's gangbusters. I mean, these guys are just blowing up. We saw that thing open up with Gabriel's 9 ride. I mean, that kid is on fire. He's just going down the line, blasting away. Bede right now having a blast out here. The backside surfer's looking really good, but look at Bede. I mean, he's got so much control on his board. I think that was a little pickup wave. These guys on the backside, though, they kind of have to look over their shoulder every time. You don't really know exactly where the sweet spot is, kind of letting it all happen into the wind. And look at Gabriel. I mean, he just looks so poised and comfortable, ready to blast off the top, whips it around, kind of comes unstuck there, leaving Freddie P all by himself out the back. Freddie P on the peak. I can't wait to see this go down for the rest of the heat.
That was pure athleticism right there. Gabriel Medina overtaking Bede Durbridge right now, way out the back, deep and steep. Fred Patacchia gets around this first tough section, goes vertical up into the whitewater, nice bottom turn, a huge backside snap, follows it up with another vertical snap, blasting the fins out the back. Freddie P, aggression unleashed. You know, he talked in that interview, Ross, about being a little bit confused as to what's happening. Well, that wave right there, that answers the question on everybody's mind. Freddie, 100%, you're here, man.
I have chicken skin right now. Unbelievable wave there for Freddie. He's going to be back in this thing.
And right behind him, not letting up, Gabriel Medina, never wanting to give in to sentimentality of the surfers around him. He is straight hammer down. Catches this wave right after winning a brutal paddle battle, Bede Durbridge. So capitalizing out the back, waiting for this thing to form up through the inside. Just generating speed, kind of filling this wave with maneuvers. So nothing crazy like we saw in Freddie P's earlier wave.
The only thing that, you know, we could nitpick a little bit is unfortunately he took off pretty deep, so it took him a minute to get around. So he went for a maneuver, hit the lip, but there he's on the money. That, again, trademark Freddie, hucking buckets out the back. And variety too. That second maneuver, he got the fins to release, so that's that combo that we're talking about that the judges love to see at lowers. And then finished off strong with a really late committed lip climb there from Freddie. So I'm feeling like it's going to be that score he needs, an 8.5. We'll have to let the judges dissect it. You know, we have a lot of numbers that are right in the same ballpark. So that's the cool thing, Chris, is the scale is set perfectly to the score that Freddie needs. So they're going to have evidence of, you know, the number that Freddie needs right there.
Well, in watching that wave from Freddie P, I think it's safe to say that was the turn of the day. Not if this guy has anything to say about it. If anybody can overtake Freddie P's turn of the day, it's this guy right here, Bede Durbridge, and making a claim for it right there. Beautiful frontside snap from Bede. He's got a foamy wave in front of him, and that's just going to make it a little bit more difficult to engage the fins and the rail through this inside section. It just, you know, visually doesn't look as nice blue, clean face, but making the most of it through the inside. So Durbridge now, in his fourth wave, he's got an 8.87, trying to back it up with something big. As it stands now, Medina's got the lead. Bede Durbridge is in second, needing an 8.51. Fred Patacchia needs an 8.48, but we're waiting for what we think could be a huge score. The score's dropping right now. Fred Patacchia, your first perfect 10 of the 2015 Hurley Pro. Ross, you called it.
Wow.
That was exactly what the judges wanted to see.
Again, I didn't want to overhype it just in case I wasn't onto it with the judges, but that was such a well-deserved 10.
Freddie loves it too.
Freddie lit that thing up again. That was the wave of the day, and he didn't underdeliver. Every section that stood in front of him, he hammered it. So amazing performance there from Freddie.
This is the wave right here. So Freddie P, whatever kind of mojo he's using right now, and stick with that because it's working.
That second turn was just so on the money spot. Perfect combination of power and flair. You know, he hit that nice steep critical section, had a pretty good fin release, but the main thing is he threw so much spray in the air, and that's really a result of power and perfect timing. Yeah.
If Freddie P is in the lead right now, and he does have priority, he's going to take it from Gabriel Medina. Russ, what is going on? This is unprecedented.
Yeah, that was obviously Freddie. It looks like to me he's calling it a heat. You know, he's got the 8.9 and a 10. He's saying, you know what else am I going to do out here? I'm not going to hinder this perfect performance. I'm out.
So it'll be very, you know, exciting to hear what Freddie P has to say.
It makes so much sense that he's having this statement here at Lowers. You know, this is where he started his career. This is where he picked up his sponsorship by Quicksilver. This is where he won a couple of national titles here as an amateur. He won the Nike Pro here in 2009, so he has great success here at Lowers. Very fond memories. So, you know, it definitely, I think it feels right for Freddie to get that 10-point ride and ride that whitewash in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to speculate on the R word, but if that was a swan song for Freddie P, that's the way you want to do it. Surfing a near perfect heat. And it's something like the ocean wants to be in on this because no waves have come in since Freddie's hit the beach.
Amazing. See him getting some hugs from all around his peers. See Kelly Slater down there, his longtime teammate. I got chicken skin still, Chris. I can't believe it.
I mean, this is you're witnessing a very special moment, something totally different than we're used to seeing at these, intense events.